Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are in Harvard and we're gonna talk about universities that accept international students without any exams. So if you are an international student who wants to study in America, please continue watching this video. Let's go.
Back to San Francisco.
Our minds may change.
Typical lunch in Harvard Business School. Sushi, chicken fingers, coffee, and some small salad. $23. Let me start by explaining the tiers of American universities and colleges. In America, there are more than 4,500 universities and colleges. Great choice. Tier 1, I will talk about top universities like Harvard. In order to get here where I'm sitting, this is Harvard Business School, you have to pass GMAT, you have to pass TOEFL, and the acceptance rate is around 10%. If you want to do your bachelor's in Harvard, the acceptance rate is around 6%, and you have to take SAT subjects, TOEFL, so there are a lot of exams. And if we're talking about top universities like Harvard, Stanford, or MIT, you just have to take those exams. There is no program that would allow you to surpass the exams. So for these top universities, yes, you have to take all of the exams. Tier 2, these are universities that are really good. They are top 30, top 50, but they have specific programs for international students that allow you to come to the university, study there. You can study English, you can study some subjects, and then you don't have to take the exams in order to continue your education. And these are the programs and the universities I'm going to talk about more in this video. Tier 3. Mostly community colleges, really low in ranking. The majority of them wouldn't even require you to take TOEFL, but they, as I mentioned, really low in rankings, really cheap, and sometimes you cannot even get a visa to study there because the immigration officer might ask you, oh, why have you decided to travel all the way to America just to get education in this weird college? Because there are so many good universities in your country. So I would always tell my students that if you have a great university in your country and you have an opportunity to study there, do your bachelor's there and then do a master's in a good university in the United States. I'm walking here in this building and I just remember my time at the university back in St. Petersburg when I had to do some assignments in the university. We didn't have a place to sit down, something like this, we didn't have it. I had to go to cafeteria, or if it was closed, I had to just work on the window. And if the cafeteria was closed, I just had to work somewhere on the window, like set up everything and write my assignments. We didn't have something like this amazing room with fast internet, really quiet and really comfortable. Let me tell you a little more about the pathway programs. So, we talked about 3 types of the universities. I'm going to talk about Tier 2. So, those universities that are good, but that also have pathway programs on their campuses. What is the program about? So, you are an international student. You probably have problems with English, not like huge problems, but your English is not enough to pass TOEFL, to take your GMAT, etc. So you come on campus where you will study. So you're thinking maybe I should do masters in Northeastern, and you come to Northeastern University. You spend a year there and you study on campus, you do English language classes, and you adapt yourself to American system. What's really different is that, for example, when I came to Germany to study, that was like completely different from what I've done in my university, because we had this, it was a seminar, and we only had 2 lectures in 6 months, but the rest of the time I had to prepare my own project. In America, it's called assignment. They give you an assignment, you do a research, and you present it in front of the group. If you haven't done something like that in your country, Pathway program is extremely useful. So you do English, you do some subjects, and you learn how American education works. And you are already on campus. So once you finish the program, you have your summer break, whatever, and then you start as a full-time student on that exact university. This is the easiest transition that you can think of. And yes, you don't have to take any exams. Your only task is not to fail that program. LinguaTrip has been on the market since 2015, and I've done study abroad since 2011, and I've only had one student who failed the program. Like, this is the program especially designed for international students. So once you complete it, no exams, and you're a full-time student in an American university. Now I'm going to talk a little more about top 4 universities that have this program for international students. The first university I'm going to talk about in this video is called Northeastern University, and I just checked on Google Maps. It's actually a 16 minutes drive from where I am right now in Harvard. It's located in Boston, but I thought maybe we should stay in Harvard because that's #1 university. But Northeastern is top 40 universities in the United States. When I look at universities, I look at a particular parameter that measures the amount of students who find jobs within 6 months after graduation. So, Northeastern, this parameter is 92%. 92% of students find jobs when they graduate from Northeastern, and top employers include Bank of America, IBM, Dell, Microsoft, Google, US Department of State. So they're top tier employers. And computer science is really strong in Northeastern University. So pay attention to that parameter and also pay attention to price. So for example, Northeastern Pathway program, they have been running it for more than 20 years, which proves that the program works. The price varies. So the minimum price is around $14,000 and the program lasts 4 months, and the maximum is $32,000 and the program lasts 9 months. Why this difference? Because you come to the university with a different level of English, and the higher level is, the shorter the program is. But yes, this is on campus. This is a seamless transfer to the program that you've chosen in Northeastern. So basically, this is the pathway. By the way, if you have any questions about the programs, I'm going to leave a link below for a free consultation. Please feel free to reach out to my managers. They're going to help you, explain everything, and answer your questions. The next university I'm going to talk about is Pace University. And as you know, I do some private consultations, and the most popular request is that somebody wants to study either in Los Angeles or New York. So Pace University is located downtown Manhattan. When I was in New York, we were staying downtown, and Pace University was next to my hotel. So if you are in New York, what does that mean? Wall Street is 10-minute walk from the university. That means if you're interested in finance, you're going to be connected with top companies. Fashion, makeup industry, it's all in New York. Top tech companies have their offices like Google. What's particular about Pace University? First, they provide at least 9,000 internships for their students, which means that you study and you work for a big company. This means you have an extra line in your resume, you have extra experience, and you can make some extra money. Don't forget that if you're an international student in America, you can work up to 20 hours a week on campus, or you can do an internship in another company if that's approved by your department. Pathway programs in Pace University last from 4 months to 12 months, and the prices range from $11,000 to $36,000. And what's really important about pathway programs for you to understand is that when you have a lot of questions like, how do I make my resume to submit to a potential employer? How do I open a bank account? How do I transfer? How do I change university? You have a dedicated academic advisor who's going to help you with that. It's going to help you adapt to the American system. I came to a library and I feel this huge urge to study. I just see all the books and I just want to sit there with a cup of tea, take a book and write things down. This atmosphere just makes you want to study. This is great. The next university I'm going to talk about in this video is called University of South Florida. I actually looked at it when I was choosing university for my MBA and my master's. Guess where it's located? University of Florida is located in South Florida, which means no winter, no snow. But this is not the most important thing about the university. It is top 65 universities according to the Times and the rankings that you should pay attention to. I'm sorry, I'm just whispering because this is a really silent room and everybody's reading or doing something, and I'm vlogging. This is not like the most people-friendly thing to do, but rankings that you should pay attention to. Financial Times, they do all kinds of ratings like higher education, MBA. My favorite ranking My favorite ranking is usnews.com. They also do a lot of different rankings. This university is also top 11 by the number of issued patents, and it's also really good in almost everything. They have good architecture, finance, economics, management, music, even religion. By the way, if you're a sportsman, there are a lot of Olympic champions studying in the University of South Florida because they do a lot of scholarships. So if you have success in your country in doing sports, there is a good chance you can study for free. But I will leave a link to consultation below. Julia is one of the students, came to the United States on a sports scholarship, and she already got the American passport. So this is a pretty common program. The Pathway program in the University of South Florida costs $20,000 and lasts from August to May. One of my favorite places on Harvard's campus is the business school, and this is one of the most famous buildings. If you see any photos from Harvard, they would probably feature that building behind me. And I just want to continue talking about the University of South Florida here. More than 76% of their students receive salaries that are more than $50,000 a year, and graduates, and more than 32% receive more than $100,000 a year. By the way, when I was applying for my ON visa, thank you for noises, I asked my lawyer what is considered average salary in the United States, and he said, Marina, above $35,000 is considered more than average. We have to switch location because it's too loud. But yeah, that was University of South Florida. If you have any questions, the link is below. What I love about universities in America is that you can come to any campus just like that, meet students, talk to students, dine with them in cafeterias, even sometimes participate in the lectures, if these are big lectures, but not like the small ones. And this is something you can do if you're not yet sure where you want to study. You just come to the campus and you just walk around and you think, is it for me or is it not? And the last university I want to talk about this video is Colorado State University. This is a university that is located in a town where public transportation is free. This is like a fun fact for you. Another cool thing is that Colorado is the second state in terms of employment satisfaction rates. So for example, California, yes, the salaries are really high, but at the same time, in order to rent a one-bedroom apartment in San Francisco, you have to pay $4,000. But in Colorado, the rent is cheaper, the salaries are a little lower, but this, this feeling that you can spend a lot of money on yourself, not just rent, insurance, and like all of the utilities that you have to pay. So Colorado is number 2, and it's always like top 10 places to live, especially that place where the university is located. I've recently seen this ranking about living in California, and it was like number 10, and I'm like, no, guys, you're wrong. Oh, by the way, very important, it's always up to you. Like, people will have a lot of opinions, there will be a lot of rankings, but the university where you're gonna study, this is just your own choice. Nobody can make it for you, and this is your own responsibility. So when I was choosing the university, I wasn't really paying attention to the rankings anymore. I was watching YouTube videos. I was trying to figure out where do people work. I was trying to figure out whether the place is for me. Like, Harvard is number 1, but it's not for everyone. Not everybody wants to be in this competitive environment. Maybe you want to study and run a company. So there are different kinds of university. Please take the decision seriously. A cool fact about Colorado State University is that 84% of its graduates actually work in a field that they've studied. Like, this is so rare. All of my friends work in different fields, and this means that the education is really practical and people know what they're doing. Colorado State University is ranked number 58 in the ranking of state universities, and if you want to do the Pathway program there, it's going to cost around $27,000. Starts in August and finishes in May. Again, the price varies depending on your level of English. That was it, guys, for today. I hope you enjoyed walking around Harvard with me. We have just one life, and it's important to take the best. It's important to research your options. Like, the more you research, the more options you know about, and the better decisions you can make. So if you agree with this statement, please like this video. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, the red button below. I'm waiting for your questions down in comments. Let me know what you think, and let me know where you want to study, like what university is the university of your dreams. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Waiting for your feedback, and if you need consultation, the link will be below. Please call our managers. They are so happy to help. See you soon. Bye-bye.